Hello everyone, welcome back to Nerly Adventures. My name is Elijah, and I have for you all another little small haul today that will finish off a collection of figures, and that is the JLA. If you've been keeping up to date with the videos, you know that the last figure I needed was Kyle Rayner from the 2-pack, and I finally broke down and bought it. This is the Kyle Rayner and Killawog 2-pack. This is an Amazon exclusive. I kind of got them on sale. It was like normally $70, but I got it for like $60, and then I had a gift card, so it was a lot less than what it really would have been. And that was the only way I was going to get this, because this, and luckily it did, because I looked recently and it just went back up in price. So, yeah, I'm going to crack this open and more or less just show off the Kyle figure. The Killawog isn't necessarily prominent to anything else here, but this was also a lot bigger box than I expected. It's really thick, and to show you, to compare it to, I have yet again another figure, and that is the collector's edition Penguin. I picked this up at a GameStop just the other day as well, and if you don't really know what the collector's editions are, no one really does. It's just a fancier little card holder, and that's about it. They make them $5 more. They're $30 figures instead of $25 figures. But, like I was saying, to use that as a comparison for the depth, this is a considerably deeper box than I was expecting. So yeah, let's crack this open and get out Kyle, and then maybe even show the rest of the JLA together. So starting out here by taking a look at Kyle, this is basically a repaint of the Changing of the Guard Kyle Rayner, if I'm not mistaken. Same gauntlets, same boots, same mask and hair. But I like it. I think this looks great. I think this darker green works on him. The other thing that is nice is he does come with a change of a hand. With that ring painted on, so you can alternatively switch out the fist hand for a more gripping hand. Now, my issue with this figure begins with the accessories, because Kyle Rayner has some really cool constructs he makes, and I'm not gonna lie, they kind of screw him over on the constructs that they give him. So he comes with this sword. I think can be used for him, or maybe even Killawog as well. But I think this sword is meant for him. So it's a long, big sword. I'm pretty sure this is just a reuse of something John Stewart made. Katana. Oh wait, he already used that. Lantern, kind of a standard for lantern characters, but you know. And then the one that really upsets me is this armor piece, which is a total reuse of the Changing of the Guard. So I just really wish they would have given him something a little bit different in comparison. I do like how they gave him a different hand, but you know, for what the figure is, I think some alternative different accessories would have been a lot cooler. But the real standout of this all is Killawog. So I'm gonna show you guys Killawog now. Killawog is so beefy, he does not even fit on my total display. So I kind of have to like point the camera even upward. So this Killawog figure is actually a lot bigger than I really thought. Standing him next to Kyle here, who is a standard McFarlane 7-inch figure. He's a little bit taller. But Killawog comes with some really cool, first off, his ring is a totally different, like, green material. It is so well put on there. He has some great detailing all around, just on the armor. His face sculpt is fantastic. And what's even cooler is, so he comes with 2 accessories, one of which I totally just dropped, and it fell way underneath my table. And that is his lantern, which now has a piece of hair on it. His lantern, which this is the lantern in comparison to Kyle's lantern. So you can kind of see that it's a lot bigger. And I really like this. I think this is like one of the better designs for lanterns. But the cool thing that he comes with is his iconic hammer that he always creates. And now his hands are like this different material than what I would normally expect on a McFarlane figure. They're And I guess maybe it's not a different material, but it's just, obviously these are a lot bigger fingers, so it's going to be a lot harder to move them around. But, you know, he can hold his hammer. And yeah, I think this was a great 2-pack. So that concludes, I think, this section of the video. I think next up is going to be a just review of the JLA as a whole and just kind of talking about what's next for it and that type of thing. So as for what is next for the McFarlane Toys JLA, I am satisfied with my current lineup. This Kyle figure pretty much is cherry on top. That finishes out the original 7, and that gets me what I need. There are still the rumors of a Huntress figure coming out, and then I said I might potentially put in the micro-sized Atom. Neither of those are like set in stone, especially the Atom one, because the Atom, he's a little bit bigger than I thought he was. The little micro figure is still relatively large. So as a whole, I'm going to consider this collection complete right now. If news breaks, new figures are revealed, and there's more that I think would go in there, I'll update everyone. But as of now, this Kyle Rayner is the last character to go into our McFarlane Toys JLA. So let's look at that and then see the whole Justice League of America. So I've decided, I think the way that I'm going to end up doing this is I'm just going to show you the way that I'm going to have mine laid out. And I just kind of have all my figures laid here. So very first up here, got to be Superman, this being Superman Blue. I did give him his electricity. I didn't really give many other figures or accessories unless it was like crucial to their character, like Steel's hammer. So that's how I'm thinking I'm going to do Superman as the center of the display right there. So on either side, of course, it has to be the Trinity. So that's going to be Batman. I'm going to do Batman on the left with his I kind of have his fist up. I think that looks significantly better than, and I'm trying to adjust this light here. I apologize in advance because I know that this whole setup is not necessarily the best, but my camera is not the most equipped for this. Next to him on the other side is, you guessed it, Wonder Woman. This is a figure that I never really fully reviewed, mainly just because I just didn't really feel the need to. So Wonder Woman's going to be on the other side. She has her lasso of truth. So that there is the Trinity. Now, I have Martian Manhunter here on one of the floating stands, as you can see, and that's just because his character, his figure that McFarlane Toys produced for him, is just so much shorter than literally any other character that they have produced. And I don't know why. Martian Manhunter is supposed to be a taller character. So I'm going to kind of have him looming over in the background. You can't quite see him right now. You can kind of just see his head there. From my angle, he's standing a lot taller. Now, kind of getting out of order of characters, I'm going to have Steel here. Since Steel is not necessarily a main player, I'm going to kind of set Steel in the back corner, in line with the Martian Manhunter. Same with Plastic Man here, since he's not part of the original group. But he's going to be kind of bouncing on Batman there. Now, Aquaman, I really like his hook hand being out, and he just knocked over Steel. And I'm going to have his hook hand be out and kind of be pointing towards the abyss, or, whoever the Justice League is about to face up against. Probably someone like Lex Luthor or whoever else. And then I'm going to kind of close this gap here and have him be on that side. And then I'm putting Kyle and Wally next to each other for the sole reasoning of these two in the comics are just very close. And I think their figures look pretty good next to each other as well. So I'm going to put Kyle I need to move Plastic Man a little bit, but Kyle is going to be there. It also kind of makes the black of his suit and Batman's suit blend together. And then, lastly, Wally West is going to be running up alongside. And that right there is my JLA. I'm going to take the camera out of the tripod for a second. I apologize. And give you kind of more of a little movement view. So, swiveling around the side there. And that is my JLA. So,
This pretty much concludes the series. If more figures get released that would belong with the JLA, it will be updated. But for now, this is the team. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.